Hey, that's a great team win on the road, man. On the road, focused, prepared all week long, man. Great job. Great job. Give yourself a hand. Don't ever take these for granted. It's hard to win in this league. You guys know it. You know what it took. Right? Coming out here took everybody. Make sure you thank the staff. Staff did a great job. Trainers. All right, make the plane be back to us, fellas. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Resilient damn football team right here, man. I'm so proud of you guys, man. That same process every week. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into Week 9 of the Sean McDermott Show. We're presented by Kaleida Health. Thanks for joining us. Sean, thanks for giving us a couple minutes. I know it's a busy week here. Great win out on the West Coast. You came out 31-10 over a really good Seahawks team. Certainly, they had some stuff go wrong for them and by their own hand in the red zone, but nevertheless, your team took advantage of every opportunity. Third straight win. How do you describe the mindset of your team going into a tough place like that and coming out with a win like that?
Well, we knew it was going to be a tough place to play. We knew we were going to have a long trip, out there to the Northwest, and I thought our team handled it extremely well. And that not just the players, coaches, and all the support staff as well, making sure we had everything we needed out there. You're never sure what the weather's going to be, and it was kind of variable on us, but all in all, we executed at a high level.
Yeah, Josh had another nice game, completed 70% of his balls, almost 300 yards. Threw his first interception after 300 pass attempts without throwing one going into last year. Sixth game with 100-plus quarterback rating. You guys are 6-0 in those games. He's got a 43-3 career record with a quarterback rating over 100. You guys, he's playing well, and he seems to be a different type of quarterback this year. What do you think of the way Josh has bounced back, not only in his play, but making a tackle on his first interception, right?
Well, that's good and bad. I like the fact that he got us to line up again. He and some of the other O-linemen did a great job, and that's important. You saw the result. We get there, we force a fourth down situation, and we get off the field. But I always want him to take care of himself because we need him naturally there. But he just, Josh overall, I think he just looks very in control of the situation, and he's breathing, right? Because you can get out there when you got 4 guys or more coming at you, your pulse and your heartbeat can get going pretty quick. So he is under control and in control of the situation.
And you get James Cook on the field, 17 rushes for 111 yards, 6.5 a carry. What a great day. First game with 100 yards of rushing and 2 TDs since Devin Singletary did it back in 2021. Ray Davis has been the physical type runner in relief of James Cook. He's been a different style. How do you describe James's style? Because clearly he's a number 1 back.
Well, he is, and you could tell during the week he was focused. He was determined to have the game that he did, and he doesn't do it alone, and he knows that. He acknowledged after the game the offensive line, tight ends, receivers all blocking for him. That mindset he was in is impressive and was fun to watch.
So you get Khalil Shakir on the field, really a little bit healthier than he's been the last couple of weeks. He got 9 of 10 targets. Again, the guy never drops it. At 80, he had 89 yards of his 107.
Don't say that because
what did I say?
Well, he never drops.
Yeah. He'll never drop another pass as long as he lives. So he had 170 total yards. 89 of them were after the catch. Josh has completed 36 of 38 targets to the guy this year. He's 95%. They did that last year as well, almost to that level all year. How do you describe the chemistry between Khalil and Josh?
Yeah, rapport. He's got great rapport. They have great rapport with one another. They've been around each other for a few years now, and there's a lot of conversations that go on during the week too, in the meetings with the receivers, Josh and the receivers, and the walkthroughs, and then also on the practice field. And you're out there, Steve, you see it.
So you got this young guy, Keon Coleman, who shows up, and he had a little bit of attitude in this game. He changed a little bit, seemed like, in this game. He 5 receptions for 70 yards and a touchdown. Very good day. Went to him a couple of times down the goal line, once where he was defended and he came right back and mossed the guy, Reek Woolen, right after the guy had talked some smack to him. His mindset was different in this game. Is that part of why he's had an uptick in his production?
Yeah, it starts in the mind, right? It starts with being intentional about developing and your own development. And the first person you got to lead is yourself. And he's done a phenomenal job the last few weeks. And that's the growth you're seeing then on game days.
So you're roughly half point of the season, 6-2. You've got 4 games you won by 21 points or more. It's the most games in the NFL. You got the fewest giveaways in the NFL. Pretty good combination. But what's been the biggest surprise for you in this season?
I don't know about surprise. I think more than anything, the biggest delight to me as a coach is watching our players come together, watching our players, when we have a guy go down, another guy steps up, and there's great trust in that player because they see the preparation in the days leading into the game. And these guys take a lot of pride in that preparation and the love that they have for one another.
Great. Thanks, Coach. We're going to get back with you later in the show to get your final thoughts on facing the Dolphins on Sunday. Stay with us.
The Game Plan is presented by Energy Mark. Trust Energy Mark for renewable energy supply.
When we come back, Eric Wood breaks down the top plays from last Sunday's win over the Seahawks. Then Damar Hamlin is mic'd up for the win in Seattle.
Chopping Wood is presented by St. Bonaventure University, an official education partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Welcome back to the Sean McDermott Show, and it's time now for another edition of Chopping Wood with our good buddy Eric Wood. The Bills went out to Seattle and absolutely dominated the Seahawks. What stood out to you?
Well, the Bills were criticized for a slow start against the Titans. Then they came out firing on all cylinders out in Seattle. They scored on their opening drive for the 3rd time this year, and they are now 3-0 in those games. And Josh throws his first interception of the season, but I thought he played lights out. He was patient in this game, and he took what the defense gave him, and then he spread the ball around nicely. And then James Cook had an awesome game on the ground. Shout out to the offensive line for imposing their will on the Seahawks. It was a nice, complete team win.
Well, let's start on that opening drive. The Bills' first play from scrimmage was a 23-yard completion to Dawson Knox. What did you see?
So they get in heavy personnel with Alec Anderson in the game, and this essentially just dial up a shot play. They got deep routes on the outside, and then they have Dawson Knox coming across the field at linebacker level, and their good buddy, Terrell Dotson, he was in on this play. He sucks up in the line of scrimmage on the play action. Dawson Knox beats Ernest Jones coming across the field. Josh delivers a nice strike, and this was a heck of a way to start the game.
Yeah, and then a few plays later, Josh found Keon Coleman for a 25-yard completion to get the Bills down into the red zone. Break this one down.
Here, Josh sees open room to the left, and initially Keon Coleman's not open. Eventually, the defender is going to fall down. Keon Coleman starting at the top of the screen has a nice release, and with all the contact out on the outside, it's a nice job by him keeping his feet and then understanding that this play is developing longer with Josh rolling out to his left. Does a nice job sitting in the open zone and coming down for an explosive play here.
And then just before the half, Josh connected with Dalton Kincaid for a 12-yard touchdown. What did you see on this play?
Orbit motion from Shakir a lot, and this messes with kind of that second level of the defense. But here, the Seahawks, with just a 4-man rush, are able to get some pressure on Josh. There wasn't a whole lot of pressure on him throughout the game, but they do get pressure on Josh here. He's able to scramble up in the pocket. What I like here is Kincaid, who's working kind of at the bottom of the screen, just becomes QB friendly. You know, he's running a crossing route here, realizes, okay, this play is breaking down. I'm going to cut back to the middle of the field and just try and sit in an open zone, catches the ball, gets up the field, and scores him a touchdown.
Yeah, and we have to talk about Shakir, who had a monster game. Josh hit him for a 35-yard completion in the third quarter, and this was the longest play of the game.
Ran this package a lot with Virgil in motion in the backfield, and they ran out of this formation a number of times. Here in a stack formation, it's man-to-man defense. The defender, Job, gets a little bit lost here, and this is a nice job by Josh, just taking his time in the pocket. It was excellent pass protection, waiting for Shakir to clear that middle of the field linebacker, find him in the opening for a nice play.
And then in the fourth quarter, James Cook put the nail in the coffin with his second touchdown of the game. This one came from 7 yards out and was a beauty.
Nice blocking at the point of attack. It's nice blocking by Knox. It's nice blocking by David Edwards on the backside. On the front side, you're just trying to get those guys running and allow Cook to cut back. Well, he can go essentially straight up the field, and then got a spotlight by man Deion Dawkins. Another highlight reel block by him. He puts Ernest Jones on skates. Cook runs him over at the end. Jones has his helmet off on the play. That's a low light for Jones, highlight for my man D-Doc, who's been playing great football this year.
Great stuff as always. Thanks for this, Eric. We'll catch up with you after the Bills face the Dolphins on Sunday.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it, Steve.
Still to come on the Sean McDermott Show, Damar Hamlin is mic'd up for the win over the Seahawks. And later on, we take a deep dive into some next-gen stats on Sportsology.
Mic'd Up is presented by Geico.
What's up, number 3? How you? What up? To meet you. Like that jersey.
Reach your keys, play fast. Go.
Let's go. Let's go to another level today, Bobby.
Huh?
Let's go to another level today. Let's go.
The ball gonna be up there.
Come on.
Mic'd up. Mic'd up.
Hey, if it's on us, I like us. We don't gotta be nothing but us, bro. Line up one play at a time. Trust everybody that's on that field with you. Do your part. That's all we got to do. It's simple. Come on. Family on me, family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yes, hero! Hey, dunked on him. Oh! Yes, 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 come on! Come on! Let's go! Hey, that tempo drive. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. Hey, I was about to say, Cole! To be able to relax in the chaos, to be able to, like, you know? That's what I was trying to do, but that wasn't working. You good? Yes, sir. Damn, I missed it. What happened?
Screening, Austin picked it.
Wow. Damn, I missed the whole play. Bro, we had a pick. I didn't even see the play, bro. I had the tight end ran a seam ball.
Keep building. Let's go.
Day in, day out.
Let's take away. We gotta take away.
Woo! Cole, they f***ing with your reps, Cole. Hey, you do me a favor, if you're allowed, give my gloves to that kid right there. Hey, Lynn, and the camo jacket. Yes, sir.
Big ass man.
For sure.
They could have solved real easy.
Yeah.
Whether it was everybody's in a different world, different time zone,
Time zone.
long ass.
We handled that well.
Very well.
Sure, keep going, keep going.
Next up on the Sean McDermott Show, we break down some next-gen stats in Sportsology. Plus, hear Coach's final thoughts on hosting the Dolphins on Sunday.
Sportsology is presented by ECMC. ECMC, bringing hope and healing to Western New York.
Buffalo's offense shined against the Seahawks. Wide receiver Khalil Shakir's connection with quarterback Josh Allen was a big reason why. Shakir finished with a career-high 9 receptions for 107 receiving yards. 89 of those were yards after the catch. Here's a few stats that showcase why Shakir put so much stress on opposing defenses. Shakir had 34 receiving yards over expected against Seattle. His total on the season is now 145, which is good for third most in the NFL. The wideout also continues to be a surefire target for Allen in the passing game. Shakir has caught 36 of his 38 targets on the year. He leads the league with a 94.7 catch rate. The can't-miss wideout has 300 yards after the catch this season. That's good for third most in the NFL. Let's see what Shakir has planned for the second half of the season.
After the break, the crew from Buffalo Bills Weekly gives us their game preview for Sunday's divisional showdown with the Miami Dolphins. Plus, Coach shares what it will take to get the win over the Fins on Sunday in Orchard Park.
Miami quarterback Tua Tagovailoa returned to the lineup last week after missing the past 4 games due to a head injury that he suffered the last time Miami and Buffalo played each other in Week 2. In Tagovailoa's first game back, he gave Miami a chance. They had the lead all game until Arizona kicked a game-winning field goal. But it was the first time Miami scored more than 20 points all season. Chris, why is Miami better with Tua Tagovailoa at the helm?
Well, because the whole offense is built around Tua Tagovailoa. I mean, that's the way Mike McDaniel has structured it. It's a timing-based rhythm offense. The other quarterbacks that have been in the lineup in Tua's absence just flat out don't do it as well as Tua does. And you saw the difference when he re-entered the lineup last week. Very good on third down, very good in the red zone. So they should be primed and ready for the Bills this week.
Miami's offense is the worst in the NFL, averaging just over 13 points per game. But with Tua Tagovailoa back in the lineup, there are elements of Miami's offense that are tough to stop. It's their speed, it's their run game. And when you look at how to slow this, stop this from Buffalo's end of things, it starts up front at the line of scrimmage. One player who will help with that is edge rusher Von Miller. Miller returns to the lineup after missing the last 4 games due to suspension. He had a nice start to the season, 3 sacks in 4 games.
Yeah, and he only played 9 snaps in that Baltimore game in Week 4, so it's really a sack a game on average, and he's joining a pass rush that has really found its groove. I know the Bills are middle of the pack in terms of sacks this season, but if you look at their quarterback knockdowns, they're 5th in the league, and Greg Rousseau has 10 of their 29 quarterback knockdowns. That's good for 2nd in the NFL.
Flipping it to Buffalo's offense, they're facing a top 10 defense again. Miami ranks 6th, allowing just 300 total yards per game. Their numbers are good on paper, but in 4 of the last 5 games, the Bills have scored more than 30 points against Miami. How will this defense try to stop an offense that's on the roll?
Yeah, I think they're going to have to be super aggressive on defense. They only have 9 sacks in 8 games. That's 31st in the league. They've got to do better up front to affect opposing quarterbacks. I think they're going to go aggressive with the blitz because Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride both went over 100 yards last week for Arizona's offense. They had trouble covering on the back end. So to better marry their pass rush with their coverage, they're going to have to send extra people.
Bills quarterback Josh Allen is averaging 3 total touchdowns per game against Miami when you look at his 13 career games played against the Dolphins. If Buffalo wins, it would maintain or enhance their huge lead that they already have in the division.
For more from Brownie and Maddy, including insights from players and coaches, plus exclusive interviews, check your local listings for Buffalo Bills Weekly, also available on Buffalo Bills YouTube. Coach, you're back home hosting the Dolphins. Miami's 2-5. You beat them 31-10 last time you played them back in Week 2. It seems like a lifetime ago, right, with the speed of the season. And they're coming off a last-second loss to Arizona with Tua back on the field. But what did you learn from the Dolphins in that first matchup that carries over? I know it's, like I said, it seems like a long time ago, but they're still the Miami Dolphins.
No, they are. Tua has not played since that game until this past week, so it'll be hard to get a true read on exactly what they want to do and who they're trying to become as a team just because of Tua's absence. You know, they're a good football team, an explosive football team, and a playoff football team just a year ago. So, you know, we're going to have to be ready to go, and at home in the division, it'll be a great opportunity for us.
All right, so big picture stuff. You got a 4-game lead on the Dolphins in the division, but there's a long way to go in this season. You're averaging 38 points a game at home this year, and you're going to be here in Highmark this week. You know, got a lot of good things going on. You're doing a lot of things the right way, but how do you keep your guys grinding when you got this kind of lead in a division and especially when the rest of the division seems to be struggling. How do you keep your guys with their nose on the grindstone saying, let's go, we got a lot of football to play?
Yeah, I don't think we look at it that way, in terms of the lead in the division. Certainly the division is important to us and a goal of ours. I think it's just us every week. You hear it coming out of the locker room. The veteran leaders are talking about, hey, 1 week at a time. It's hard to win in this league. It's a week-to-week league, and just preparing like we can prepare and trying to improve every week.
All right, Coach, thanks. Good luck this week against the Miami Dolphins here at Highmark Stadium. We'll catch up with you next week after the game. And for everybody at home, thanks for joining us here on the Sean McDermott Show presented by Kaleida Health. We'll see you next week, and as always, go Bills.
Final Thoughts is presented by Toyota. Toyota is the exclusive and official vehicle of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places. The Sean McDermott Show is presented by Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills. By Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys. Call 716-684-COMP today. And by Toyota. Toyota is the exclusive and official vehicle of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places.